I don't like doing best movies of the year lists just because I feel like what we consider to be the best movies of the year, they're not always the ones that have the most rewatchability. There are exceptions to this, but I feel like for the most part, a lot of these kinds of movies, they don't have the kinds of staying power that others have. So that's why I'm just going to do a favorite movies of the year list. Plus, a lot of these movies that are on my list, they're ones that people have mentioned many, many, many times already, so I'm not going to bore you with my full thoughts on them. So, let's make this quick, shall we? Number 5 is Anora. I've admired Sean Baker for quite some time now, although I wasn't really into his last film, Red Rocket, like a lot of other people were. I thought it was fine, but to me, it just lacked a certain something that his other films had, like The Florida Project and Tangerine. Thankfully for me, Anora has that certain something, which is aided by Mikey Madison's star-making performance and the scene-sealing Gopniks that just brought out the biggest laughs from me, personally. Number 4 is Inside Out 2. Of all the Pixar movies to get a sequel, I wasn't expecting Inside Out to get one. However, the idea of Riley naturally gaining new types of emotions like we all do as we get older definitely had a lot of potential, so I was hopeful for what we'd get. And what we did get is probably the best sequel Pixar has made outside of the Toy Story movies. Like any great sequel, it introduces plenty of inventive new ideas that build on what had been previously established with the first film, as well as new characters that act as great contrasts to the ones we already know and love. Much has been written about the scene when Riley has an anxiety attack, and personally, as someone who deals with anxiety and has had moments like this in the past, and still does from time to time, the way it's handled is very tasteful and delicate, and I really appreciated that. But hey, that is what happens when you let Pixar make their projects the way that they want them to be, which unfortunately is starting to not be the case anymore, for some stupid reason. But I'll save that topic for another time. Number 3 is The Substance. I didn't expect to see a film in 2024 that would remind me of Brian Yuzna's 1989 cult favorite Society, but hey, anything is possible, I guess. Obviously, people have been praising the slick direction and sharp screenplay from writer-director Carly Faria and the performances from both Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley, as well as they should. But I personally want to highlight the sound mixers and sound editors of this film because to me, they deserve just as much praise as Moore and Qualley do. It really, really adds to the overall experience, and I really hope that all the people that did the sound mixing and sound editing for this get all the awards in that category. Number 2, Challengers. Everything that's been praised about this film has already been talked about to death. The performances from all 3 leads, the direction, the screenplay, the head-boppingly fantastic score by the one and only Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, and so on. But for me personally, whenever I go to the movies, I always hope to see something in a film that'll leave me saying, holy shit, how did they do that? And the final tennis match at the end of the film was that scene for me. And there's a great video that breaks down how exactly they did that scene. The link to it will be in the description below. You know what? What the hell? Before we get to number 1, here's all the honorable mentions, numbers 20 to 6. Hitman, Transformers 1, The 4:30 Movie, Baby Girl, Deadpool and Wolverine, Wicked, Love Lies Bleeding, Nosferatu, Saturday Night, Dee Dee, The Wild Robot, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, The Bike Riders, Dune Part 2, and Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. And my number 1 favorite film of 2024 is Hundreds of Beavers. I am so mad at myself for taking as long as I did to finally sit down and watch this. Like, people, this is the funniest movie I have seen in a long, long time. And the fact that the budget was just around $150,000 is a real testament to just how inventive and funny it is. If you yourself have not seen it yet, then take it from me. Don't wait. Get your friends together, have a few drinks, and watch this ASAP. I'm not kidding. Seriously, go watch this. It's actually really accessible to watch. The official public Blu-ray release is pretty soon, and it's also available to stream for free on Amazon Prime Video, Tubi, which is where I watched it. If you have a library card with your local library, there's a streaming service that you can access with that called Hoopla, and it's on there too. Hell, you can even watch it for free right here on YouTube. Regardless of however you do watch it, please do watch it. The people who made this movie clearly poured their hearts and souls into this, and they deserve all the praise that they've been getting. I know how this looks, believe me, I know. But trust me when I say that this is one of the most ridiculously funny movies that you will ever see. Full stop. And if you want to know more of my thoughts on current day releases, modern favorites, all-time classics, and everything in between, then follow me on Letterboxd. That's where I post all my movie reviews from now on. Although I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before in the past few months. But hey, I'll say it again in case no one knows already. My next video won't be out for at least another week. I apologize for that. This coming week's going to be a bit kind of weird for me. But I promise I'm doing the best I can. So if you like what you saw here, then feel free to click that thumbs up button as it helps me quite a bit. Share this with your friends. And if you haven't already, then please do subscribe. And click the little notification button. That way you'll never miss a video from yours truly.
Let's party, let's rock, coming soon to the Cinemark. Ooh, oh yeah.
And I'm on Blue Sky now. So if you're on there too, then follow me on Blue Sky at mrquiettimeaquino.bsky.social. I have to get used to that. But hey, follow me on there and I promise to follow back. So until next time, I'm Mark Aquino. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Mark Aquino YouTube channel.